How to know if a man is your husband. Lady, when you hang out with guys, almost every man will get touchy and they will tell you how cute you are, smart, organized, edon. How do you get to know who is serious from those jokers? How do you get to know a man who wants to settle down from a man who just wants to sleep with you and move on? I want to share with you some 7 ways to know if a man is dead serious. He wants to marry you. If you want to know whether this truly is the one, he is my husband. 7 tests. Number 1, he says it. If a man really wants to marry you, he doesn't leave you guessing. He makes it clear from the outset. You don't need to prompt him. If you've got to prompt a man, if you've got to drag a guy to propose to you, even if you end up getting married, you will have to drag that dude for the rest of your marriage. If a man is dead serious with you, you don't need to prompt him. He makes it clear from the word go what his intentions are because he can't even imagine losing you to other guys. Number 2, he keeps checking on you. He keeps on texting you. He keeps on calling you. He's all over you in a nice way. It's not like in a nagging manner, but in a caring way. He wants to know how you're doing. He wants to know your business in details, how your day is unfolding. He plays the role of a husband. And there is so much positive energy. You sense it. There is positive energy between you and him. You don't mind him checking on you. You don't feel like he's nagging you. You actually get excited with his calls. There is no guy who is serious with you and he keeps quiet on you the whole weekend. He takes 3-4 days until you ask him, why are you so quiet? What's happening? If you find yourself asking a guy that, that's not your husband. If a man is dead serious with you, you don't need to ask him, why didn't you call? He calls and texts long before you prompt him. Because you are in his mind. You are in his heart throughout. He's thinking about you even when he's at work. He can't sleep before he calls you. He can't. You are his dream. Number 3, he doesn't notice other women. His eye is squarely on you. If you're walking together in the street, believe it or not, he won't even notice other beauties. No matter how beautiful other women are. When men are dating, they're like drunk. They are blinded by love. They don't notice any other beauty. You are like an angel dropped from heaven. He doesn't even have other women he's trying to manage on his phone. If you find a man who is trying to manage multiple women on his phone, forget him. He's a joker. You're just one of the women. You're just a statistic. Even if you get married to that guy, you will have to be in a crisis management of other women for the rest of your marriage. So why bother with a womanizer? Keep off from trouble. It's better a broken relationship than a broken marriage. Hey, how to know if a man is your husband? Number 4. Before I give you number 4, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you have not, please do so. This is the best way you can support me to keep giving you quality content. Will you do that for me? Thank you so much. To know if a man is your husband, number 4, he introduces you to his family. He introduces you to his dad, to his mom, to his brothers, to his sisters. Why? He sees you as part of his family. He tells you about his mother's strengths and weaknesses. He tells you about his daddy's strengths and weaknesses, if the dad is still there, if the mom is still there. If he has any sibling, he makes you get to know about them even long before you meet them. He prepares you psychologically in the type of a family you are joining. Even family decisions they make with his parents or siblings, you are part of it. He doesn't see you in any other way but part of the family. And he wants to show you off to his friends. He's proud of you. He wants to walk with you everywhere. He wants to be with you everywhere. He wants everyone to know, hey, check my girl. Check my baby. If a man is truly your husband, number 5, he spends time with you. Ample time, quality time. He loves spending time with you. He doesn't do it as a duty. He doesn't do it because you're demanding it. He just loves spending time with you. It is the most exciting moment for him. By the time he's leaving work, he can't wait to reconnect with you. And you know what? He keeps time. He doesn't keep you waiting during your appointments because he honors you. He treasures you. You are not a side issue to him. You are the central issue. You are his main schedule. So he keeps time. And he keeps on giving you surprises. Some small ones, some big ones. A small surprise like some chocolates. And you know what? This guy wants to pay the bills. He doesn't wait for you to pay the bills for your coffee dates or dinner dates unless you insist. Because he fights you are his responsibility. He feels you are his responsibility. So he begins to play the role long before you get married. You know, one doesn't become a husband on their wedding night. A wedding ceremony does not make someone a husband. Husband material is revealed when you're still dating. You can tell whether this is a responsible guy or not by the way he treats you when you're still single. Number 6, he plans the future with you. In all his future plans, he sees you and him together as an item. So you will hear him telling you about his career goals, how he plans to grow up the ranks. If he's in business, you get to know all the business details. Perhaps he even shows you what your specific role will be if his business is thriving. You discuss about where you're going to stay together, your house. He will talk about kids. He'll ask you, how many kids do you want? Is it a boy or a girl first or a boy first? I mean, there is no man who is serious with marriage who will not get into the details of parenting. He will talk about wedding plans. He will ask you about your color themes for your wedding. He knows weddings excite girls. So he wants to start the conversation and ask you, according to you, your family, how do you like it done? Do you want the wedding in your parents' church? Do you want us to go to the attorney? Do you want a garden wedding? How do you want us to go about it? He wants these details because he wants anything that will reassure you. And number 7, and the last one, he's there through thick and thin. Trust me, every relationship will hit some rocks somewhere. There is no relationship that is perfect. The moment you start serious dating, you will land in some trouble. In one way or another, you'll have some disputes, some conflicts, some disagreements. You've got to iron out issues. But if a man is meant for you, he doesn't run away from you. Players, they will leave you at the slightest confrontation. If a man is meant to be your husband, he will stay with you, resolve the issue. He doesn't see an escape route out of the relationship. You know, when I started dating Mercy, those days there were no mobile phones. I wrote to her countless letters, season greeting cards, Christmas cards, Valentine cards. And she became suspicious with me because I wrote too many letters. She thought I'm a womanizer. Guess what she did? 3 months after I proposed to her, she wrote to me a letter. It's over, man. I can't handle this. Let me tell you, I prayed and fasted for a day. I sought God's direction. I had already made up my mind. This is my girl. I prayed over the issue because I thought this could be a spiritual challenge. So I didn't take it lightly. I took it seriously. And we met together when college resumed. We sat down together an entire afternoon. I spent reassuring her, making her know that I don't have any other girl in my life. The fact that I'm flashing her with too much love. I am sincere. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. And she felt comforted. She felt I was serious. She realized I was not playing her. I was not joking. What I'm saying is this. If a man is dead serious, he's meant to be your husband, When the relationship encounters some crisis, some trouble, some conflicts, it's not about whether. It is a question of how do we navigate through these murky waters. It is not a question of whether we are going to get married. No, it's always a question of how do we resolve our conflicts. Because conflicts will come even throughout your marriage. Why? Simply because you're two different personalities. So there will always be a personality clash because your worldview, your frame of reference, your paradigms are totally different. The way you look at things and the way she looks at things. I mean, the way you guys look at things. My God, you can't always read from the same script. Throughout your marriage, you have to continually harmonize the relationship. But if a man is dead serious with you, quitting is never an option. It's always a question of how do we get out of this trouble? How do we solve this problem? How do we fix this matter? How do we get out, cross the other side of the river stronger, better? If this video blessed you, give me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And please help me to reach other people by sharing this video with your friends. And remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. I upload new videos every week. You don't want to miss out on my latest videos. And guess what? I love you. That's why I keep on sharing with you materials that will help you in your relationship. I truly love you from the bottom of my heart. And I pray one day I will sit with you over coffee. Thank you so much. God bless you. Shalom.